Yo, this is Richard Provost.
This is Mike McClure, Fight for Freedom.
What's up, Mike? What's up? What's up? What's good? What's good with you? What's
I'm
good
eating
with
steak fries and pollock.
the fuck is alcoholic? The alcoholic crew. So what you here to do? About sipping another brew. Remember that
So,
song?
who sung that again?
I don't even remember, dude. I don't even remember, dude. Oh
Uh,
hell. Or make sure my hat. Make sure my hat is on right. You know what I mean? I gotta make us. I gotta look fly for the honeys.
word.
Oh, I said word.
Um,
I said I'm a nerd. Word. A drink Thunderbird. Half snake lady kicked my love to the curb. Who's that?
Chuck B, maybe? If I'm right. Or am I
Oh my
wrong?
God, she is banging, bro. Wow. Damn. Shit.
So you talking to a honey?
Trying to, yo. Half snake lady kicked my love to the curb. So I mean, so Paul's gonna come on here eventually. I think.
Yeah, if
I
he can
gotta open.
figure it out.
I gotta open up the. I gotta open up the chat though, bruh. Show chat, so it won't be on the private. So we're on YouTube, bro. That's the only place they can broadcast to, bro. Is Facebook.
Yeah, we can still
I
get it
mean,
on there.
to YouTube.
And if they block it even on that platform, we can go to BitChute too.
Bitch slap.
Or Patreon. So either way, it'll be find another way. I'm not worried about fascist, platform. I quit giving a shit and caring a long time ago about
I think we have some major lag, bro.
what was that.
Well, because I'm on YouTube, bro. Let's see. I'll wave my hand like this and see how many seconds we are behind.
All right, ready?
About 4 seconds behind. I just did it.
Buffering issues, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, give me a second. Half naked lady kicked my love to the curb. Gotta go in total darkness, bro. Undercover mission, bro. Well, come here, ass
Undercover.
crack. Can you see me?
Uh,
I think it worked, bro. Did it work? Yeah, it did, bro. It worked. I gotta do this shit. I gotta go into the skies, bro. So, where's he at? Is he in the mountains or something?
over in Nevada somewhere.
Oh my god, dude. Oh, we gotta. Let me see if I can find that video. That shit was funny.
About the fighting. Spider-Man, Batman.
Yes, that dude's a crackhead. But he's not a crackhead. It's just I was just crying. I was laughing so hard, man.
I seen that. I was like, what's going on here? It's like, what? Did they really do this?
Where the hell did you post it, bro?
I posted in the Fight for Freedom chat.
And finally,
Oh my god, I was so fucking rolling, bro. Let me
They
see.
post that on the side video to let people watch it.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do, bro.
Because it's hilarious.
Might be that one. Share. Okay. Okay, we're gonna watch it. Well, where the hell am I?
All right, here it goes.
I keep. Wait a minute. I'm confused at what I'm doing here. Wait a minute. Did I? Okay, here it is.
15 years, and finally I get to see Batman and Robin take on Spider-Man. I never thought I'd be saying that.
Yeah, I don't know what to say, to be honest. Oh, it seems to be a bit of a free-for-all, doesn't it? And there are some very good punches being thrown, boys.
We're going to knock their hind ends out. Watch it.
He's gonna give him a 3-piece and a soda. You watch. Paul Cohen is Spider-Man. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
If you can take one of them out or use one of them as a shield, they can't both fighting at once.
He's manhandling both of them clowns, man.
Damaging one of them, which is a good
We
idea.
might as well give Robin a wedgie.
He's feeling really good there. You can see.
I mean, he's also doing quite good street technique.
Fucking 3-piece and a soda, bro.
Boom! He's down. He's out of the ring now. Get out of here, boy. He's like, I give up. Throw in the towel.
You see that? He gave him like a.
Yeah, more money's on
See Batman's uncoordinated as shit, isn't he?
Uh-huh.
You're gonna give him one.
He'd make a very good punch bag.
Spider-Man very confident. Yeah, some nice low kicks as well.
What the?
Marvel
See, look at that.
coming out of this one.
Look like a ballerina. A ballerina kick.
It does look a bit comic-ish, to say the least. That's right, and it's all over, and I think Spider-Man's got to be the winner.
Yeah, I had to show that. That shit was funny, man.
But anyway, hopefully our guest will be on. If not, well, I'm pretty sure we'll get him on.
The fuck? See? So, I mean, what are we going to go over first? You want to go over
Let's see. Trying to think. Oh, yeah. Speaking of vaccines, the lady is a former boss of a medical corporation. I forget what corporation it. Brandy Vaughn. Did you see that link about Brandy Vaughn mysteriously getting killed because she was exposing the vaccine and all that? Yeah. Yeah, people are getting killed left and right coming forward with the truth. And you know, that's a coward move. I mean, that's a coward.
Just like I said, it was like the 9/11 shit. Complete fucking hoax. Anybody can hollow towers, but you know, like during that time, they had like people end up dead and shit. That was so much fabricated.
And the Charleston chemical plant, they fabricated that bullcrap too. They found the fall guy for it, but you know, there wasn't an actual person behind it. They always find the fall guy or scapegoat. That's what they do.
Yeah.
for instance, have somebody at a scene of a crime pull the trigger somewhere, and they put the gun in your area, dump it at your house, and say you did it, and then everybody will feed into the bullshit.
So what did we prove? What did we prove last night? We proved that the Donald Trump for these lawsuits are bogus, completely bogus. So a lot of people, this needs to be out because like I said, I've been through this. I know what the fake court documents look like. These were not filed.
Oh yeah.
You seen them. Matter of fact, I mean that's what we were exposing last night. I sent you the example of what it looks like when they're filed. That's one example. You know how it has like the big file stamp on it? You've seen that. Did you see that on just that? Did you see that on any of those documents? That big filed stamp. Did you see that on anything?
No. Not whatsoever.
But instead they had it typed out on a petition. They're trying to, like I said, they're trying to make it out like they're electronically filed. And here's another fact is, how is Donald Trump filing multiple lawsuits at once? Now you think about this. You can only file one lawsuit at a time. You can't file multiple. You have to file one lawsuit. When that lawsuit's over, we'll just go with lawsuits because that's what they supposedly are, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you file one lawsuit, you got to wait for that lawsuit to be over, dismissed, whatever you want to say, before you file another lawsuit. He's filing all these lawsuits at once. Doesn't work like that. So Donald Trump and his attorney, or however they're going to do it, they actually have to fly to each state to file that lawsuit. You can't fax a damn petition. You can. That's what the attorneys are stating, that you could fax petitions in. No, you can't, because all that shit has to be signed in front of the circuit clerk, stamp filed, or whatever you want to say, right? So you're going to tell me that how many states is there? 50 what? How many states? I forget.
50.
54, 55.
Hey,
50.
I don't. 50. So he's going to fly to all 50 states and file a lawsuit.
Oh.
And that's what they're stating that he did, was he faxed these petitions in. It doesn't work like that. No. And that's not even, yeah. So that's what I'm saying is the voter fraud never existed. No. And people are out here, making these claims that all they're dismissing fake lawsuits. They're dismissing fake lawsuits, bro.
Oh yeah. You done showed it. Plus pull up that other petition for an example to show everybody what the difference between the lawsuit you've been sharing and that one. How it's supposed to be filed.
Well, let me go see if I can. My dog went. Hold on. I'm doing something in the back. That's why. I can't reveal it. Come on, get in here.
I didn't get
in here, princess. Jay slipped up. I'm just doing something in the back. Hopefully that doesn't fall off. Okay. I'm going to go to the screen. I'll just show that little example.
Richard Tarson.
Okay, try these. You might like them. I'll save some for you.
People are just dumb going around saying, "Oh, voter fraud." There's no. That's what I said. There's no voter fraud that even exists.
They're brainwashed. That's what they are.
So They're just missing fake lawsuits. there's
They're
none.
brain,
You can only file one lawsuit at a time. You can't file 50.
the
No,
idiocracy of the brainwashing's, over the roof.
but I mean, you understand where you can only file one lawsuit at a time, and he's filed what at a time? Several.
Could,
It doesn't work like that. You have to wait for one.
Quadrillion, billion, million, something like that.
But I mean, how many has Trump filed altogether? You have to wait for one lawsuit. You got to file one lawsuit to be over with. It doesn't matter if it's in the same court, same state. You have to wait for a case to get out of court, be dismissed, however. Then you got to file another lawsuit. Right there in itself shows fraud. Let me see.
Oh yeah. I'm heading back down into my dungeon, man.
Meeting right is basement.
If I can even see if I can do this.
That was a pretty good meal, man. Oh, I was hungry. Anyhow, get back. All right, there they are.
Right there. Supreme Court of Appeals. This, and it's even missing the appeal number. So, not to go over that real quick. I actually did find it. Right. So you see that right there. See, if big,
Yeah,
it's filed. And see, look at this. It even shows fraud on this because there's no appeal number. so all these petitions that were supposedly been filed on behalf of the civil rights attorney John Bryan of West Virginia, that was not filed. Proof. We already proved that on his site.
and like what you just showed right there, that's the way it's supposed to be, where it has the stamp on it, the seal, the stamp. The other ones did not, and it didn't have it. And this one that you showed don't have an appeal number. It's supposed to have both the stamp and the appeal number. So that's where they messed up and hung themselves by not doing that.
Well, even see, it has to have all identificated marks. It has to have the filed stamp, which is the circuit clerk. It has to have the judge's signature, and it has to have the court seal. Every time, even the copies. So
Or
if
it's not. It's
yeah,
not valid.
if it's missing the judge's signature, but it still has the filed and the embossed stamp, it's still fraud. If it still has the embossed stamp and the judge's signature, but the file is missing, that's still fraud. It has to have the whole 9 on it. Even though I'd have all the all identificating legal marks that should be on the petition, does not necessarily it means that it was filed just because it says it was. Because all of my court documents, they told me I had to get from my attorney. I was like, what? I got the audio evidence of that. I tried to get my son's records. Oh, well, we don't file child abuse, neglect case records in here. I was like, what? Yeah. So everybody's like, well, where do these records go when they won't release them? Your first court-appointed goat has them. That's who has them in their possession when they're not filed. Your attorney has them. So.
Yeah, it's basically, they didn't go through the legal process like the law was intended. They instead what they did, they found a loophole to stall and throw out the case. They said, well, as long as we could deceive the public, we could file a portion. We could write down a portion of signatures or whatever, and make them believe that it was filed. For people that haven't been through the court system like you have, the rodeo. You're no stranger to the rodeo. So But those naysayers out there said, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about." Well, they're the ones that don't know what they're talking about because they haven't been in the shoes that that you're in.
Let's see. What was the Don Blankenship? Don Blanken versus Donald Trump Jr. This is the best. This is the best one yet. Because that's where they filed it in the wrong court. Because it was West Virginia. It was Metro News. And it says, let's see.
And folks, again, this ain't a left versus right thing. They're both hand in hand the same in various aspects. I mean, if you look at it.
Well, like I said, anybody's name that's anybody's. Whoa, how?
So, I mean, yeah, they're caught red-handed in the cookie jar. I mean, what? I mean, how oblivious do you have to be not to see that? The folks that are naysayers saying it isn't this or that, when the facts present itself, and they basically provide the facts. I mean, it's self-evident that they did. But good news is at least some people are waking up to some things, but there's still a lot of sleepers out there. At one time, I used to be one of those sleepers, used to not like really dig into it and pay much attention. And I just took, the words for a grain of salt and took it at, what it was instead of looking into it now. As those things are, presenting itself. I mean, it's right in front of your faces, but they continue to use the manipulation aspect with the, propaganda to get people to buy into it.
Did he say he was going to be later? He said he was in the mountains or something. What did you say he was?
He was climbing back out of the mountains, so I guess was doing mountain climbing or something. I don't know. So it might take a little while to climb out of the mountains if you're doing like cliffhanger without a rappel rope in the darkness. That'd be a little difficult. I tried mountain rappelling before. It's pretty fun. I climbed up a 55-foot rock at a swimming hole one time. The ladder was gone. I had to do some cliffhanger stuff to climb up that rock.
Yeah.
It was in released. I was using all my upper body weight because my feet didn't really have a ledge to get a hold of the rock. So I used my upper body weight and then have one arm dug in the rock base, like one hand locked. And then I basically sort of did like a frog, used my feet, temporarily to thrust myself up a couple feet and grab another ledge. That's how I did it. see what else. Oh, yeah. Over might be Australia or New Zealand, somewhere like that. They are recalling the vaccines because supposedly, I don't know if it has any validity to it, but supposedly some of those shots had the HIV components in the shots, making people sick and whatnot. So, I mean, they could put various different things in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's not a possibility. What I'm saying is there's no evidence to support that. You see where I'm getting at?
Yeah. I'm saying supposedly, without supposedly.
Yeah. So, but like I said, I'm not saying that. That's just my argument. Is that I can't say that there's I mean, you haven't. If I knew for a fact that's what was going on, see, like we know what the fact is going on with the voter fraud. There's fact. You just because something is not a fact until it's backed with evidence.
I do got a fact for you there.
If it was a conspiracy, it's a fact. Well, a statement of facts. In order to back a statement of facts, in order to back a statement of fact or facts, you got to present evidence. Just because you hear it from numerous sources, it doesn't make it a fact.
No, I do got a fact for you. Speaking of what's going on with the numbers, right?
Yeah.
There was a list that was sent to me from the CDC site saying all the numbers, like starting at the youngest ages with the infection rate with the COVID or whatever, is the survival rate was 98.5 or 9 or something like that, and then the next group age of people was 97.8 or 9, something like that, and then the oldest from 70s up was 94 or 95 point something survival rate. So right there, with the CDC admitting that, and the mainstream media hyperinflating the numbers, and these political people in power, they are lining their hind ends off. I mean, because one, on the CDC website itself, it's contradictory. It pretty much shows their hand that they're using this for more power and control. I mean, why else would they do that? Why would the CDC put out the recovery rate, or how many people would survive out of the small, incremental numbers of the percentages of deaths? Why would they keep hyperinflating the numbers and say hundreds of people died today, or thousands, or millions, when the numbers and statistics nationwide speaks for itself off the CDC website? And you could go on, the U.S. government, I don't care, U.S. government, UK, all of them are pretty similar statistic-wise with the survival rate from the COVID. So that's what I'm saying, as well as the hyperinflation in numbers. And also,
you understand what I'm saying, though.
Right.
About being in a freaking needle. It could be a possibility. I'm not saying it's not a possibility, but there's no evidence to support that. That's my argument.
It's something else. Oh, go ahead. Something else. I shared a video with Pence and the general that is running this Operation Warp Speed. It showed them supposedly on the news. Well, I watched on High Impact Flicks, getting a shot. Well, I noticed something about the needle. It's one of those needles that's loose in the syringe. It looks kind of real, but once you press it up against your skin, it's one of those fake syringes. It's what it looked like to me. And the needle, instead of going in your skin, it pops back into the syringe. You get what I'm saying? So
I talked about their movie props. Movies, I've seen them on like those magic shops online. Yeah.
So that's what it looked like when they was doing it with, and I got to paying attention, thinking about when Justice was in the Capitol and had his two people supposedly getting the shots, it sort of looked like the same thing where they put the needle right there when it presses up against the skin. If you zoom in and look real close, if you can zoom in a little bit, if you really pay attention, it looks like the needle shoots back into the syringe rather than penetrate the skin. But I guess they do it in a certain angle and quick enough. You have to be pretty quick and observant to get it, to see what it looks like. That's by observation, my observation, what my eyes thought I seen, the way it looked. And they didn't even flinch. Another thing is when you get a shot, you're going to flinch a little bit. You're going to have a facial expression. When nobody had a facial expression, they didn't flinch. Because usually when you get a shot, don't you flinch a little bit? Your face, you cringe up a little bit. Well, nobody cringed up too. So that's another indication that needle, most likely didn't go in their skin. Because body language, facial expressions.
I know it was false because gravy didn't come out. They put that needle in his arm. When they pulled it out, gravy didn't come out. Fat bastard.
Yeah, and also it would bleed a little bit. How come they have the camera, further away in the distance where they not up close on it?
Yeah.
So that's a question for the politicians. They're supposed to get this shot. All right. To prove that you're really taking this COVID shot, get the actual vial, the vial of the COVID vaccine where it says Pfizer. Let everybody see you take a needle, inject it into the vaccine vial, and then up close, let's see the needle go in your arm. I bet you won't do it because what are you doing? You're putting on a magic show trying to trick people.
Put on a magic show?
Yeah. Because anytime you do magic, they have the audience, so far away where, you could get by with putting an illusion on. Somebody's up close and watching you up close, like 4 or 5 feet or even closer, they could figure out the magic trick. But if you're further away, you could use different camera angles and little techniques to trick people, give them the illusion and perception that this trick is, hey, it's legit, it's magic, when really it's just a trick. That's the thing. It's a trick to trick your mind, to trick your eyes, to make you think you see something that's going on when it isn't. So that's what you're doing with this. They're basically playing Hollywood magic tricks. It's an act. And if it ain't an act, then I would like I said, I would challenge anybody to actually stick a needle in the COVID vaccine, the Pfizer COVID vaccine, up close, show the needle being injected into that vial, getting that vaccine into the needle, and then up close, whoever's taking it, show it on camera, not 10, 20, 30 feet away. I'm talking about 3, 4, 5 feet away. If you can't do that, then I'm going to call this, pretty much what it is, an illusion, a trick. That's my take on it, though. So, yeah, folks, challenge your elected officials. Challenge them on everything. Challenge them, challenge them on why they're not social distancing. Hey, Mr. Governor, how come all these other small businesses are being closed down? Why is your Greenbrier open for the public? And why is you and your buddies ain't wearing a mask? Why they're not social distancing?
Wagging my duck. Oh shit, Kelly's watching. So, yeah, I don't know. I just wagging my tongue. Wagging my tongue. I don't remember. Was I wagging my tongue, man?
I wasn't paying
Oh
attention.
yeah,
I was
you did
getting in.
one time, but I was just doing that. She's like, "You're wagging your tongue." I'm like, "Oh shit, man."
That's funny. So yeah, I like everybody hold your leaders to their feet to the flames. The questions I just asked the way I asked them. A lot of you should put an immense pressure on them and hound them on it pretty hard and watch them. I guarantee this. When you hound them pretty hard, they'll either ignore you or they'll be like, they'll be bouncing around the question, trying to think of an excuse. They'll keep stalling. I guarantee that's the two tactics they'll use.
Pump. Let's see if this light does any better. That just makes the light. Makes it look like they're smoking that some bit. Let's see. What are you doing, Mikey?
Turn on the heat, trying to get warm up in here. It's like 20 some degrees down here. Yeah, my basement.
Jeez, man, what the fuck? Well, I sleep with a fan on. Always, man. Middle of the damn winter, people are like, you fuck crazy. And like, nah, I sleep with a fan on all the time, bro.
Yeah, I had to wrap up like a chicken fajita, man. And the fan's on. Like a pig in a blanket. But yeah, I mean, I dare people to start questioning and put immense pressure on your elected officials. I guarantee you what I just said will happen. And if it happens the opposite from what I mentioned, then I'll be surprised. But 9 times out of 10, what I just said will exactly happen. If you don't believe me, try it. A lot of you get together and try it. Then you'll see, hey, I'm not bullshitting you. I'm a straight shooter.
I shoot blanks. I don't know that. I just said that trying to be funny.
Oh, I'll tell you something cool. You remember those guns that had the little foam disc in it? Grown up? You can put those little round circles.
Yeah, there's round discs.
Yeah, man, those things are cool. You can shoot them across the house and they bounce off the corners of the wall and come back at you.
Did they have a hole in them? Did they have a hole in them? Yeah. Used to get those at like the dollar or at the big lots and shit.
I used to shoot pop cans and knock them down with it. Or if it's a full pop can, it just bounces off the pop can. It's pretty cool. I wish I could find some more of those. Let's see, what else can we challenge our leaders with? Oh yeah, about the banking. You can challenge them on that. Ask them how come there's a shortage when you go into certain stores. There's a shortage on change. Ask them about why all of a sudden when the Federal Reserve they have the ability to make more money, how come they're lying about it saying there's a shortage on change?
Because they ran out of ink. They ran out of ink, so they didn't print any more money, bro.
You know what their excuse is going to be? Because of the pandemic. Their excuse will be because of the pandemic, more money because the money is infected with COVID. Yeah. And pretty soon they'll be saying that about food. Well, we can't slaughter more cow or anything. The whole cow population got COVID-19. You watch some dumb shit like that. When the shortage on food actually hits, they are manipulating this shit, man. I'm telling you. A food crisis. They're manipulating a food crisis because back in the old days, in the art of war, the king, back in those days, made sure all the transport routes that food came in and out of, they stopped, the transportation of food come across so they could hoard up all the food. That's what the governor is doing with these. I mean, the government is doing with a lot of these trucks. Because I was watching a video on it. They got it in a warehouse. They're hoarding up all the food, and then once they decide to make, the second lockdown, medical martial law, they have all the food, and all these other people that live in the urban cities, they don't live out in the woods or whatever. They'll be dependent on food, and then it'll be a bargaining chip for people to comply and give up their rights for some food.
Hey, can I rewind that? Yeah, you can rewind the feed.
Rewind what?
You can rewind the feed when it's live without stopping it. Yep. Did you know that? Did you know that?
I did not know that. That's pretty cool. But so far, I pretty much told you everything they're going to pull. As far as with the guns go, they're not outright going to confiscate the guns. They're going to make it inaffordable. They're going to hike the prices up on the taxes of buying certain components for guns, ammunition, and all that. Make it unaffordable. And then once they do that, where people can't buy anymore, and they get rid of the currency and go digitally, then they're going to send their people in and confiscate everybody's, hunting rifles and stuff like that, BB guns, Nerf guns, you name it. I'm serious about this. You think I'm joking about the Nerf gun? There's a 2018 or 2019 article. I guess the ATF or somebody in New York City, they went in and shut down a business for making Nerf guns, automatic Nerf guns. You can look this up too.
They're gonna discontinue automatic paper roll throwers or something. Right.
Yeah, man. I read an article on it, and Bloomberg, out of all people, he was tied into it somehow. I think the company was Jaru or something like that, or
you're making that shit up, bro.
Check it out, man.
Ja Rule. You said Ja Rule. I was like, he's a rapper, man.
No, Jaru or Jaru or something like that. It's It's JAHRU or something like that. Jaru or something.
You're making that shit up, bro.
No, look it up.
Ja Rule or J Roll the Damager. Man, you're full of it, bro. You can't lie to the audience, man. Nah, I don't know. He's not lying.
No, right. You can look it up. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, really. I mean, they're probably going to go after everybody's hunting rifles and stuff first, stuff like that. Then they're going to come with BB guns and then paintball guns. And then they're going to ban Nerf guns and cap guns. They're like, cap guns are dangerous because they have gunpowder on, and if you have like anything to ignite it with, it causes an explosion. That's unsafe. It can cause somebody's life, harm them. That's how these dumbasses in there think.
JARU. What?
Just look up Nerf guns or whatever banned
Now, what
in
would
New
you
York.
say it was called? What would you say it was called? Jaw, what?
JAHRU or something like that. It was last year, or year before. I read an article on it, and there was like a couple videos out there about it too.
Oh, is it a Nerf gun?
Yeah,
Okay, because Kelly just messaged me. Okay, she's watching, I guess. Nerf guns are
and
fun
then
to play.
they'll be probably banning water guns. Put gasoline because they're going to say, well, you can put gasoline and explosible contents in water guns. We got to get rid of those too. I mean, that's me and you mean about this country becoming more and more communist. I mean, over dumb shit like that. I mean, some of these stupid laws, like West Virginia's stupid laws, you whistle underwater. It's against the law. You whistle underwater?
How
Come
do you
on
do
now.
that? Whistle
I
while
find,
you jerk.
yeah, and people don't believe me on this. Go look
How
up
do you?
dumb laws in your state.
How would they know
Every
that you be
state,
whistling underwater? That doesn't make even any sense.
I don't get it. And then they have a law where you can screw an animal under so many pounds or something.
40
That's freaking
pounds.
sick. That's sick. See what kind of elected officials we have, people? They make some stupid shit like that, disgusting, filth shit like that. Pardon my language, I don't want to try to get banned. Sorry, YouTube and all that, but man, it just, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, if you find an article, you can share it with them. They think I'm joking about it.
I don't think you're joking. Job, what was it? Okay, wait a minute.
It started with the J. It's like 4 or 5 words. It's the name of the company. What are they going to ban next? Oh yeah, in Morgantown, you're not allowed to carry a certain size of knife on a freaking knife.
What's it called? Jaru Ultra Foam Dart Gun Super Mega Powerful Shotgun Blaster.
I think so. Yeah, with the little sponge darts in it.
Okay, now what was high power? So what's wrong with these? $70. What the? Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, look
20.
that thing up.
Yeah, I got it right now. I got it right up here on Amazon.
No, I'm talking about the article I was talking about. Yeah, we really live in a free country, folks. They still want to believe it. We should live in a free country, but because we are allowing the tyranny to go on, we don't live in a free country. That's the fact of the matter.
Don't shoot the messenger. New York nonprofit group wants to ban Nerf guns. Kelly sent me that. You may put that on the screen.
Yeah. This is ridiculous. It really is. It's freaking retarded, man. And the way I look at the vaccine too, it should be a choice, but they're making it look like, people have to get their vaccination papers and rabies shot, just like if they own a dog or something. They're treating you like an animal, y'all. If we want to get a step further into this, let's look up which states ban toy guns. And then right there it should show you, man, this is communism. I mean, a toy gun ain't going to hurt nobody. I mean, the worst you can get from a you know, a Nerf dart gun is a, you know, your eye bruised if you get shooting an eyeball. And a paintball gun, yeah, if you freeze those son of a guns, those hurt.
Oh my God. Could you imagine though, boy? It'd be
Shoot,
like,
back,
a fucking marble, wouldn't it? It'd be like a freaking marble.
yeah, it would. Back when me and my cousin was younger, and we got some paintball guns. I haven't had one for years now. I got rid of it way, you know, long time ago before I hit my 20s. We went out to the mountain where his dad owned 40 or 52 acres of land on the mountain. On the way out there was a dirt road, and a whole flock of turkey was blocking the road, and we were sitting in the back of the F-350 truck driving out there. We had the paintball guns. We loaded it up real quick. We stood on the back of that truck and lit those turkeys up. These turkey were so smart. They took off flying a couple hundred yards, and then they landed right back behind the truck about 10 feet, and we lit them up again. And then, like,
Why you fucking around with turkeys?
yeah, man, wild turkeys, man. There was probably 1,000 of them. And when they landed back down there, we lit them up again. And days later, the neighbors was talking about.
Man, that don't make you look like shooting at fucking turkeys, bro. With paintball guns, you said?
Yeah.
Were they flying everywhere and shit?
I guess they were stunned from the first shot, so they only flew like 100 or 2 feet and circled back around and landed behind the vehicle. So the next, I guess, day or two, some of the people out there that are surrounding, closest to, that neck of the woods, they were saying, we never seen pink and purple turkeys before. What's going on? Yeah, there was another company getting banned for making some type of toy gun too. So yeah, this is different states that are doing this. In the state of like certain municipalities, you're not allowed to have certain knives. You can't have it, holstered safely in a holster, carrying it around on you. That's the municipal city ordinance law.
Yeah.
And also West Virginia dumb laws, you're not allowed to walk a tiger on a leash in your neighborhood.
Who has a tiger?
I don't know. Nobody in West Virginia is too cold for a tiger. So why would anybody have a tiger in West Virginia?
Might as well put cannot walk a kangaroo in West Virginia. Stupid sons of bitches. You can't pick up your orangutan and throw him out of a car.
Hey, show everybody the dumb laws. Yeah, I think they need to do this. You think we're bullshitting. Show them, pull it up.
Which one's West Virginia dumb laws?
Yeah. I thought it was a joke at first, but they really have it.
You know,
a lot of those in the books.
I don't know. They could be. I don't know.
I'm just saying this is the people that we supposedly elect. And some people actually elect them. Oh, this person's good. Blah, blah, blah. All right. It is illegal to spit on any sidewalk which women may walk down.
Shit. We should give it more.
That's crazy. Okay. What about those people that chew tobacco? It is illegal to dig for ginseng on your neighbor's lawn without their permission. Well, that's understandable because you're
You can't
trespassing.
do anything on. Yeah, they can't tell me that's real.
Doctors and dentists may not place a woman under anesthesia unless a third person is present. What? But speaking of that, there has been a doctor that got in trouble for that around here. Thinking Beckley.
Yeah.
He was getting up the women and molesting them. So how come he got away with it?
Because he's a government.
Let's say a tax of 1 cent is levied for every 16 and 9 ounces of coke sold in a store. What the heck they talking about? Cocaine? What? Oh, a bottle of coke. About to say, man. Jeez. It used to be illegal to leave home without knowing where you were going. Now that is stupid. What the heck is that? They're making up stuff to try to get the stick, man.
Is that loud?
That's the dumbest crap I ever heard.
Oh, look
Can't
at this.
leave your home.
It used to be, yeah, without knowing where you're. That you're gonna tell me that that's a law? I don't believe that. I don't believe that's a law. That is so fucking stupid.
It is stupid. No member of the clergy is allowed to tell jokes or humorous stories from the pulpit during a church service. I know a preacher once this past summer stopped by and was joking. And was telling some dirty jokes. It is legal to beat your wife so long as it's done in public on Sunday on courthouse steps. What? That's dumb. Firemen may not whistle. Firemen may not whistle or flirt at any woman passing a firehouse. What? Oh my gosh, man. Paul just messaged back. He said his phone don't have any charge or something. Let me see. He said he can't open the link. His phone doesn't have Chrome, and he can't open the link.
For each act of public swearing, a person shall be fined $1. That's false freedom of speech unless you're threatening somebody.
He said he'll have to do it another day when he has his laptop.
Oh, that's fine. That's no big deal.
I guess he might have one of those bomb phones or something. So that's understandable.
What I got.
All right, what else does it say?
You can't do shit with those phones.
I'll
show you. I got one of those crap ones too. Can't do nothing with them.
So this is the type of people you get in office that would try to pass something like this. I mean, that's the matter. Now, there's one dumb senator. You're not going to believe this.
I'll believe it, probably.
She's a female senator. I think her name is Alexandria or something. But she was talking about, pollution. Alexandria Cortez or something. She was talking about a while back the Green New Deal and how people should, or cows is what it was. People shouldn't have cows because when they fart, They pollute the atmosphere. Yeah, go look that up. She actually said it in a video. These are the type of people that we elect, man.
We didn't elect them.
I mean, Americans elect.
They're cherry picked.
Well, you know what I mean. They're cherry picked. You know, a certain number. I mean, all of them that are, that's run are cherry picked. But I'm talking about people out of the ones that are run, rather than somebody that isn't running. Because the ones that ain't cherry picked won't get in there because they're not financially backed, or they're not set with big money, or have ties to corporate entities or whatever. But go look this up. I mean, it's crazy, man. Talking about cow farts, you should get rid of cows because when they fart, they pollute the ozone. That is the most ridiculous, heinous thing I ever heard in my life.
Then that's when they should get rid of hairspray, anything in aerosol cans.
Oh yeah. Then they're talking about with this Great Reset, they want to get rid of all automobiles. Nobody will have a right to have a vehicle. Nobody have a right to have pets. Nobody have a right to eat, what food they want. They won't have a right to live in their own place. It has to be a government subsidized complex, a Google smart city. So much is what the future is coming out to be. You will only be allowed to travel in a limited area. You can't go outside that area. So yeah, I mean, with this Great Reset and this lockdown bullcrap, and the reset of the economy, and robots over people's jobs too. So that's how bad and maniacal this corruption goes.
Yowza, 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 yowza. Do 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 do. I'm but loving it. So what are you doing, Mike?
Oh, I'm messaging Paul back. He said, "Are you guys still doing it? The live?" I said he could try to download Chrome real quick. He said he don't know how much space is on this phone he has at the moment though.
Yeah. Da 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 da.
But
I mean, if you can't make it now, we can do another night. It's no big deal.
yeah, I told him it ain't a big deal. Don't sweat it.
Don't sweat it,
Let's
homie.
see. Let's see what else.
Is he watching it on YouTube?
I don't know. He said he can't. He said, "All right, give me a bit. He see if he can swing it." But he just messaged.
That's
all right. I was like, "Okay, bro, thanks."
What you loud?
I told him to say, "Okay, bro, thanks."
It's no big deal, man. I'm not mad or anything.
Oh, I mean, he's cool, man. I was just saying it'd be cool to get somebody like him on because he could talk about what's going on in his area, and plus the corruption and karate aspect of things over in Las Vegas. He's from Vegas. And plus, get more guests like that. No people, you're on wanting to get on the show or view it at least. So it'll help with ratings and, get more guests. And plus, man, he ain't no fake. He tells like it is. He's real, but he's funny about it. That's the cool thing about it. Because me and you, we've been on here sometimes and bullshit and joke from all the seriousness all the time.
Yeah.
Me trying to think of something else. Oh yeah, the cyber pandemic. You heard about that, right? I have mentioned it before, right?
Here's it.
The cyber pandemic. So follow me. It'll be the cyber pandemic will happen around the second lockdown. Because right now there's a lot of people in the country. I'm not saying everywhere in the country, but they're waking up to the fact, this COVID is bull crap. So if that's the case, more people are waking up to it. They're going to push the cyber lockdown and shut off, the power grid. And then supposedly, if under the Insurrection Act and executive orders signed the president, not the president-elect, but the president, if that goes into effect, then martial law will happen. And then within the second lockdown, people will be quartered in their own sanctuary. They will be restricted from movement. As in, meaning you can't go to the store, and if you can go anywhere, it won't be far. You'll be curfewed from, let's say, 7 to 3 o'clock in the day or something like that, and then you're back on lockdown if you're lucky to, move around.
True.
So, my message to the military and police out there, hey, don't do it. I mean, you're just like one of us. The government, they don't give a crap about you. They're using you as a useful tool. Same government that wants you to do something like that, they're trying to defund you and replace you with different people. Yeah, that too. Because the future is robots, so it ain't too far, out of the realm. Same way the military, the government always used you wars, but it ain't the wars that 9 out of 10 you think. Wars over natural resources. It is wars over taking over a country in military operations to control, the supply and demand of goods in and out of the country. To basically, it's resources, whether if it's steel, coal, oil, you name it. So remember that, military. You're fighting a war for your government, not so much for your country. Now, if it's for your country, out of all respect, if it was for your country, be actually against terrorists that are a threat, that have took out a lot of American lives or threatened to take out a lot of American lives. And I'm not saying all wars are like that. I'm saying the last couple of decades, the wars have been about natural resources and between the government and kickbacks between special corporate entities and foreign entities. It's all about them making big money and big profit from war at the expense of, you possibly, dying on the battlefield. So that's the government that you serve. Remember that. That's what the government thinks of you. The ones that are all about, profiting off of war. Not the ones, aside from the ones that, few and far between that care about the Constitution, about the ones that send you in there and you're basically fighting to end a war that has nothing to do about protecting the country, the citizens, upholding the Constitution, but a war it's all about fighting and taking away resources in another country. So we're all chess pieces in their game, and it's time all of us wake up and smell the coffee instead of staying asleep and sniffing the carpet glue. I know that sounds corny, but that was a quick.
Sniffing carpet glue.
Yeah, because basically, the society that we live in now, might as well say people. A lot of folks do that because of the fact you can put something right in front of them as plain as day, in plain sight, and they're still going to argue and be pissed off at you because they want to be brainwashed and continue themselves to be conditioned and told what to do instead of making their own choice, doing their own research, and doing what they want to do. They want to listen to what somebody else is telling them rather than do the right thing and what should be done. And if you think America is still a free country, then let's go back in history.
You need slapped if you think this is a free country. You need slapped off out of your high chair.
If you think America's a free country, do some history. How did the Roman Empire fall? Do research on that. How did the Mayan Empire fall? How did Soviet Union, Russia fall? It was due to the government and communism. I tell them that's very much in comparison with what's going on in America now. Look up the Bolshevik Revolution. It will show you the same guerrilla psychological tactics that they used back then, very similar to what they're using now, except on a technological advancement with news propaganda and psychological psyop brainwashing techniques, which is Project Mockingbird, which was created in the 40s by the 3-letter alphabet agency.
I said one for the money. Two. What do you want me to do? What impression you want me to do?
You want me to do Mike Tyson? Want me to do Mike Tyson? Hey.
What do you want?
Mike, how they rigging politics? Let's hear it.
Hey, it's fucking ludicrous. They rigging hearings.
I can't do it. Wait a minute. Let me see.
Hey, go like do something like this. They're rigging hearings just like I bet Evander Holyfield's ill off.
They're rigging hearings. My name's Mike Tyson. My name's Mike Tyson.
I can't do it for somebody. I used to be able to do Sling Blade or Carl Childers.
Oh, Sling Blade, I could do that. That's what I call some French fried taters. Mm-hmm. You got any French fried taters, boy?
I like them French fried potatoes, boy. Mm.
That's good.
Only thing I got is my EBT card. Mm.
Did you like that one guy we watched today? He's talking about the food stamps. It's not.
Yeah.
Look, and it's like I told Kelly, and I think I told her, The thing about it with me is I don't get along with anybody my age. I get along with little kids, challenged children, challenged adult and old people. Honest to God. Somebody my age is, you know.
Hey, boy.
Well,
Let me
I
stick
try.
my finger. Go there.
You know, with me, the way I am, I try to get along with most people. I give them the benefit of the doubt because you know nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect, but you know, if I see a trend where they keep doing making mistakes or doing dirty underhand things, then yeah, I will come to the forefront and talk about it and dismiss them like, yeah, I'm cutting ties with you, whatever. So I'm not fooling with you no more. But I always give people the benefit of the doubt because, I mean, you just never know. I mean, sometimes it could be an honest mistake, and then other times it's intentional. Just.
I need to go back to the chiropractor, bro.
But and also with me saying that, I made friends with some different ethnicities. Growing up, I made friends with Mexicans, Asian people, Scottish people, English people, Germans, Russians, the African American community. I mean, I can get along with anybody as long as you're cool, respecting me for me, and I respect them for them. So it's not, I have nothing against any ethnicity. What I do have against, people is their actions. Their actions speak louder than words. So, anything I talk about on here is not intentional to offend anybody as far as ethnicity goes. But if you're going to do some handed bull crap, I'm going to talk about it. And no, I will not use any offensive words about your ethnicity, but I will call you out on some dirty, underhand doings that you're doing and expose it.
What? Name some underhand shit.
Underhand, let's say money embezzlement or thievery, like stealing. Yeah, that bull crap, definitely not tolerated. Espionage. I mean, it can go on and on. I mean, like what's going on right now. If you was a good dude, in office, if you was a good dude, if anybody was a good dude in office, and there's few and far between. But if you're a good dude in office, and I think I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, give you a chance, then I will say, well, this person or that person is actually all right. Let's give them a chance and see what they can do. Like for instance, I think highly. Like for instance, I think highly of Christine and Noam, and think highly of her because how she handled the pandemic.
Look.
What are you doing, bro?
Because I turned it inside out.
Okay.
Say. And then I tried to put it back on there, and then it wouldn't. Let me see.
I guess you're really bored with the podcast, huh?
Yeah. I can't get it. Look at it. That don't look right, does it?
No. It looks like a small condom trying to go over a big package, and it's just barely fitting over the head of it.
That's what happens,
Just
boy.
don't look. Just
I
don't
got
look right. Or it reminds you. It reminds you of one of those priest caps they use over there in the
How about that?
over in Rome in the Vatican, where they wear those little caps.
Oh
You know
my
what I'm
god.
talking about?
Yeah, it's fucking rolling, dude. Oh my god, bro. I thought it was funny, dude. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, it looks funny. I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah, it looks like a Joyce a stick shift on a manual semi truck or something.
You ready? Okay.
Hey,
I can't
smoke
drive.
some more. Smoke some more,
can't.
man.
I can't. I wish I had a Gene Simmons tongue. That'd be bad. I lick the bottom of this microphone like. It's comedy hour, bro.
Are you hyped up on sugar, dude? Are you all right?
No, I'm not actually. Just had a good
You need to be hyped up on sugar. Might equal out your equilibrium, your chemical imbalance.
Well, I'll tell you why. You don't know why. Do you know why I'm in a good mood, right?
Because you got some booty?
No,
No.
because I'm talking to Kelly.
Oh, well, that's a good move.
I'm excited, bro. That's what I'm saying. So I just started getting goofy. I just started getting laughy. I get in a good mood.
Right.
So I
I mean, you need somebody to talk to, man. I mean, it's good.
You were like, dude, you're homo. Nah.
Let's see.
Off my face.
Oh, yeah. I think it was.
This is.
Remember when I talked about the microchip last podcast? The microchip getting put in the around the palm of your hand, or between your finger and your index and your thumb. You can type that in. There's certain companies in the United States that's already doing that.
Yeah.
So that's something else they're trying to do across the United States. Let's say you go into work, they're going to say, well, you need that chip in your hand to clock in or put on the punch clock or whatever. But also it serves as a multifunction. The other reason behind that is that, to do espionage on your activities outside of your employment.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut this probably short. I'm going to talk to Kelly here in a minute.
All right.
So, we'll cut it short here. All right.
All righty, brother.
All right, dude.
All right. Remember, this is Mike McClure. Remember,
Richard
fight
Purvis.
for freedom and never back down.
I'm coughing. Okay, bro.
All right. Peace. Thanks for having me on, man.
You're welcome, bro.